Oh, so you're the incoming sixth graders. Wow, you look like a really awesome bunch. Hi, I'm Mrs. Klein. I am art teacher at Wilson Middle School, and I was asked to answer a question about what is different about middle school art compared to elementary school art. So what I decided to do was actually send this question out to current sixth graders and get their opinions about what's really different. And there really seems to be two big things that are different about middle school art. The first thing is that middle school art is really about helping you to build those artistic skills. So how can you get better at drawing? How can you get better at working with clay? And that's what we really work on step by step, with lots of like smaller projects, but then building into a bigger project. So a couple of the answers that we got were from Cole R. You do more hands-on things right away, more art projects. And then Jordan K said it's way more intense and you get to do bigger projects. And Addison L said you get to do more advanced things and get to go to a higher level with art. I know that also Grace K, who's one of our eighth graders this year, said you get to use fancier materials and you weren't really able to use before in elementary school. You also get to use more complex techniques and methods to create your art, which really helps you to be able to create some really cool pieces. So the other thing, and you're going to see some of this from these examples. These are some examples of sixth grade art from this year. So this was by Peyton G. And you can see that it was a radial, an asymmetrical, and then a symmetrical design that that they all had to do. All of the sixth graders had to do. But that was how she did hers. And then when you look at some of the other examples of other sixth graders, this was done by Parker. You know, like how he made his artwork. So very, very different from how the last student did. So that's the thing, is you get a lot more freedom as far as how you follow along with the projects. So some of the answers for this were really simply, Hallie S said you get to be more creative, which is absolutely true. And then Chloe J said you get more freedom and choices. In elementary school, we all do the same thing and, you know, use the same colors, but at middle school, every project, we kind of customize it to make it our own while it's still related to the project. So you're still learning those skills. You're still, you still have certain requirements, you know, that, you know, as far as the learning part of it, but then you get to really do it in your own way. So again, here's another project that sixth grade students did this year. This was a Zentangle project. And you can again see how every single student handled it really, really differently. Because again, each student is different and how you choose to create your artwork is going to be different than how somebody else does. So it's really helping you to learn to do more, to be more independent and to make those choices. So those are really the two ways that art itself is really different. I guess the other thing that's different is, you know, I'm going to be an art teacher, and I am both an art teacher at Wilson, have been for the last 5 years, and at the high school. So I'm really a middle school, high school teacher. So I talk to you differently. I have kind of a quirky, strange sense of humor because I work with middle schoolers all day long. And like, you know, just in general, I have a very different personality than elementary teachers do because they work with little kids all day. So those are some big ways that you'll find that Wilson Middle School art is really different from what you have experienced with elementary art. Now you get to use all those things that you've learned before, but you get to use them in bigger ways and you get to do it in more your own way. So I really look forward to meeting you in person next year. And I'm really glad that I had this chance to kind of answer some of those questions that you might have about what you're going to be doing and how it's going to be different with elementary, from elementary into middle school art next year. Awesome.